changing a Steuerpimpel in a dual turntable. This is a model 1257, and it is one of many in a number of series of turntables that use this principle in order to move the tone arm. The first thing that needs to happen is the main lever, this piece here, needs to be removed. And on the older ones, an axle is here and needs to be carefully removed by taking off one of the C-clips and pushing the axle out. And you have to put your finger over the C-clip as you're prying it off in order to keep it from flying away. This one clips on, so I'm simply going to pry it off from one side, like that, and that reveals where the Steuerpimpel should go. In many of these, the Steuerpimpel is simply dried up and turned to dust, and it's not even there. In other instances, it's cracked or it's very badly worn. So that is the pin on which the Steuerpimpel mounts. I'm in the process of applying lithium grease to the pad or plate of the main lever. I have in the past recommended Albania, which is found in this channel right here. That is okay as long as it's fluid enough, but if it's dried, a little bit dried and sticky, it may not even look dried, but if it's too dry, then the Steuerpimpel won't work well with it. It serves the purpose of lubricating the pad on the Steuerpimpel and keeping things moving smoothly. So it just is simply a little bit of this lithium with Teflon, something similar to this. It needs to be plastic safe. And it's for model railroads, Labelle 106 with Teflon, and there probably are other products which are very similar. The Steuerpimpel needs to go on before we put this main lever back in place, and so I have one laying here next to the turntable. Push it down on that pin. There's the Steuerpimpel right there against the white background. Again, pushing it down all the way, making sure it is very well seated. This pin needs to go in the track like that, not outside of it. If outside, you will damage the turntable when it runs. So it needs to be in the channel, and then this is snapped back into place in the case of this model, or the axle needs to be reinstalled on some other models. There are also many models where the main lever goes down and back and then lifts out in a bracket that has a sort of a hook in it. So the Steuerpimpel is in place, the main lever plate is lubricated, the pin is in the channel, and we're ready for the next step. This video is strictly about the Steuerpimpel and not other aspects of the servicing. I'm now going to show the Steuerpimpel in action. So I've put it on the start cycle, and you can see the Steuerpimpel right here. Now it's in the play mode. This particular model has a sub-platter, not a platter. You can see the platter laying on the table beneath the turntable, and that enables me to run it without the platter in place, but most models require that the belt and the platter be on together. So now again, I'm going to put it to the stop cycle. You can see a little bit of the Labelle lithium on the Steuerpimpel itself. That can be either lithium or the Albania grease that's in the turntable. Again, putting it through cycle. So without a Steuerpimpel there, most models won't work, but some will work partly, and then they'll stop midway through the cycle, and people will wonder why they don't work all the way. But they need to have this part to work reliably in most instances. A better close-up view and a different angle showing the Steuerpimpel operation once again. First the start mode, and then followed by the stop mode. And now the tone arm would be on the record, and I'm pressing stop. Tone arm has returned to the cradle, and it is now lowering down. and the cycle is complete.